Alright, square roots without the calculator. Square root of 64 is saying what number times itself equals 64. The result, this one isn't too bad, is just 8. This says B, what number times itself would make negative 64? Any idea? It's a trick question. It's a trick question because there is no answer, actually. If you said 8 times 8, that would give you positive 64. If you say minus 8 times minus 8, that still gives you positive 64. So, for the moment, there is no answer that we can say for this one. We'd say that the square root of negative 64, or of any negative number, does not exist. Does not exist. More precisely, you can say there is no real solution. Later on, we're going to show you something called the complex numbers, and then there will be an answer to a question like this. It'll be either 8i or minus 8i, but don't worry about that for now. For now, if you see a negative under a square root, basically you come to a screeching halt and you say, I can't do this one. Now, having said that, you can do a cube root of minus 64. This is the third or cube root. That means what number times itself, as in 3 times now instead of just 2, makes negative 64. And you can produce a negative number, no problem. You could do negative 4 times negative 4 times negative 4. So the cube root of negative 64 is negative 4. You can't do square roots of negative numbers, but you can do cube roots. And the roots keep getting higher. Now they're doing fifth roots. The good news with this is you can split it up. If they want you to do a root of a fraction, like here, fifth root of 1 over 32, you can think of that as what is the fifth root of 1 over what is the fifth root of 32. So, the fifth root of 1, well, any root of 1 is just 1. And here, fifth root of 32, they're saying, what times what times what times what times what makes 32? Answer, 2. So the fifth root of 1/32 is 1/2. Fourth root of negative 16, what do you think? Well, this actually has the same problem that a square root does. If you try to do blank, 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 blank equals negative 16, 2 doesn't do it. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 gives you positive 16. Negative 2, 4 times, produces positive 16 again, so this one also does not exist. So, to expand on the rule I said a minute ago, not only can you not do square roots of negative numbers, you also can't do fourth roots, or sixth roots, or eighth roots. Any even root of a negative number is not going to exist. Odd roots, no problem. You can do a third, a fifth, a seventh, a 233rd root of any number you wish. Positive, negative, doesn't matter. Now, f, this is the first one we've seen that's what's called a mixed radical, meaning it's got some part of the number that's not inside the root and another part that is. I'm just going to leave the 10 there. Just kind of ignore the 10 for a moment and focus on the cube root. What's the cube root of 125? In other words, what times what times what would make 125? The answer is 5, which means this whole expression is 10 times 5, which we can pretty up to 50.